Hello and welcome back to the Football Hub again. Once again, how's your weekend going? Mine is going fine. Not so fine per se because we are just hanging by a thread. Arsenal is just hanging by a thread. A lot of good results, a lot of very good match results yesterday. Yesterday, Man City piped Newcastle. 4-0 with Omar Mamouche scoring a hat-trick, and McCarthy scoring the fourth goal, again. But I think Eli Allen had an injury too in that game. So Man City, the good one for them. They are back in the top four. Chelsea dropping to 6th, after losing to Brighton on Friday. So it was a good one. It was a good one. Manchester United will be playing Tottenham today. So Arsenal had already played. Arsenal had played Leicester City, and Arsenal won 2-0. Why this match was really, really important for Arsenal to get the 3 points was what happened. Liverpool played Everton, and they dropped points where they drew to that outstanding game. And Liverpool, dropped points where they played a draw with Everton. So it was imperative that Arsenal needed to. It was important that Arsenal win this game to maintain that 7 point or reduce the gap to 4 points, as it were now. And then, before they came back from Dubai, Havertz was injured. So you see, let's even talk about these injuries. If you've been watching my previous video, I always said it that when you're building a squad, especially when you're building a squad that can challenge on all four fronts. We're talking about the Premier League, you're talking about the Champions League, you're talking about the FA Cup, you're talking about the Carabao Cup. These four competitions, if you're building a squad that can challenge on all fronts, you need to have backups of backups of backups. You need to have a backup plan, and you must always plan for injuries. Injuries is part of football. Injuries always happen. You understand? Injuries must always happen. It is normal for injuries to happen. So you cannot use injuries as excuse, for you not to be able to, of course it can reduce your speed, you can reduce your momentum, but it doesn't mean that you will not get there. You understand? You must find ways, for you to that's why you must always, build your squad. Even when sometimes in a team you can have 1, 2, 3, 4 strikers, or 2 other players or 3 other players that can play as a striker, or that can play at a certain position. That is why I like what Arteta is doing, where he's, having players who can play multiple positions, which is good. But you need more of that. Even with Saka and Gabriel Jesus and Havertz, we were still complaining that we needed a striker. We were still complaining that we needed a left winger. It's been 2 seasons now where Martinelli has not really performed, apart from the last 2 seasons where he performed, where he had over 15 goal and assists, where he had over 15 goal contributions that season. Since that season, he has not performed. You understand? Last season he didn't perform. This season he has not really been up to speed. Are you getting my point? So it was already imperative for him to get, to be able to just try and do something. Try and get somebody on that wing, and then get also a striker too. Somebody who can actually do the job of a striker. Somebody who really understands the movements, the in and out of a striker. You understand my point? It was imperative that we needed somebody like that, but they refused to do anything. And then injury struck. It is how Arsenal as a football club were able to, not get in anybody in January. Please, I was talking with somebody, and somebody was saying that it's okay. It's very good. It is okay as Arsenal didn't buy anybody, that they had summer plans that if they want to buy, they can now sit down and buy those players in the summer. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Is it okay as Arsenal didn't buy anybody in January transfer window, or is it bad that they should have brought forward that that summer transfer, buy 1 or 2, since you were suffering from injuries, so much injuries in your forward line, which is already bare to the minimum. It's already short in numbers. Even when everybody was fit, you still needed 1 or 2 strikers. You understand? and then you still now had injuries again. Then you now look at January and said, oh, no, don't worry. Let's just continue surviving. After all, we are out of the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. Let's just continue surviving. And we might win the Premier League. We might not win the Premier League. Saka is going to come back. Let's just forget about buying anybody this January now. Let's go to Wolves. If you are going to make sure you are going to buy players in the summer, make sure you're going to buy those players. You're going to spend over 300 to 400 million pounds. So, because if that is, you cannot tell me that in the whole of Europe you cannot get just one player at the very least. You cannot tell me you cannot get, even if it's a winger, even if it's an attacking midfielder that can play in different positions. You cannot tell me that you cannot get just one. So I don't understand. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section, because it's surprising. Look at how we are. Look at what happened yesterday in the game. Up until the 80th minute, we didn't even look threatening. Same guy that I was talking with, I was now telling him that, okay, when we in the last summer, where we had all the time to prepare to buy a player in the forward position, we ended up buying buying Sterling. And look at how he performed yesterday. Look at the way Sterling performed yesterday. It was atrocious. For a player of that caliber that has played to the highest level in football, for you to have been caught upside up to 2 or 3 times in the first half, that's madness. Listen to the Premier League production. Listen to what Ian Wright said about who was it now? Michael Owen. Look at what he said about Sterling keeping offside. Only Nwanneri was the only attacking threat that we had yesterday. Only Nwanneri that we had yesterday that was looking like it could make something happen. Had hit the post twice, then he got the assist, put in a man of the match performance. Imagine Arsenal Football Club having to rely on a 17-year-old. Thank God that 17-year-old is a very good, is generational talent. Having Arsenal Football Club having to rely on a 17-year-old. Just think it, just process it. If he wasn't that of a generational talent, I wonder what would be now. Just imagine how a football club would just, in the middle of a season, most of your attackers are down, and then you have to rely, and you had 30 days. You had 30 days to prepare, and you could not buy anybody. Not just one. Nobody in the whole of Europe was good enough for you to bring your summer transfer plans forward to January and buy just maybe 1 or 2. No, none of them is good enough. None of them is good enough in the whole of Europe. None of them was good enough. None of them fit into the plan. None of them fit into the specifics for Arsenal. Arsenal has their own special specifics now for a player. They have their own special specifics. All the specifics and whatnot, and fit into the plan and whatnot. The most important thing that fans are bothered about is winning trophies. That they don't care whether the player fits. It's none of their business. All they want to know at the end of the day, win trophies. So if you're not going to buy any player, fine, that's good though, it's okay, but win trophies. Win those trophies so that specifics that you're talking about will show. Since Arsenal have special specifics, Arsenal have special fitting to the bill, as pattern they play that is so special that only a few players can come and play at Arsenal. I want to see that thing that is so special that people like Gyökeres cannot come and play, that have buyout clauses. Most players in Europe that have buyout clauses, I want to see that thing that is so special about us, about this club. That the board sat down, looked at us, and said, no, we don't need more players. Let's keep going. In the middle of season, where we have been dumped out in the Carabao Cup by Newcastle, with one of the best and informed strikers in Alexander Isak. When we had the opportunity to buy Alexander Isak, they told us it cost 60 million pounds. We said, no, let's go and buy Gabriel Jesus for 45 million pounds. I hope we are happy now. He has Premier League experience. He has won the Premier League for us. He has done this, he has done that. After that first season, till today, nothing. We are supposed to have been that guy in the summer. Because go and check. I said it before, go and check. Even go and ask Radamel Falcao. Once he had that knee injury, it was game over. Most times, most players don't come back from knee injuries. It's always hard to come back from knee injuries. We should have eased him slightly. Just eased him out of the club. Easily. Eased him out of the club little by little, and he outside be off the club. Hardly players come back from knee injuries. It's hard, especially that kind of knee injury. It's always hard. Go and ask Radamel Falcao, one of the most informed strikers when he was in Monaco. Once he had that injury, came to Chelsea, came to Man U, he was not the same person again. He was not the same person again. Are you getting my point? So we should know all these things and perform better. And then we just sat down and look at how our attack. If anything happened to those players now, they get injured. I was just holding my breath yesterday while watching the match, making sure that every time Trossard went down, I was holding my breath, let him not be injured, and let him know, because I know that guy is already soft. He's not a physical kind of player, you know. Every time he went down, I was always holding my breath, let not hear, because once something happened to him, it's game over. It's game over. It's game over. Because how do you explain that we went for a warm weather training in Dubai, and then a warm weather training went to a camp in Dubai, and that is where Havertz not just got injured, but out of the season, that needed a hamstring, that needed surgery, and the only fit and available centre forward that we have, you know. Thank God for Merino, you know, coming on yesterday and then changing the game for scoring those 2 goals. You know, what a ball from Nwanneri. What a ball from Nwanneri. And then Trossard also supplying the second assist for Merino to score the 2 goals, scoring a brace. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, because, you know, let me know your thoughts whether it was okay for Arsenal not to have bought anybody in the January transfer window because they are going to spend loads of cash in the summer, or maybe it was wrong for Arsenal not to have bought anybody in this January transfer window. They should have brought in maybe 1 or 2 persons to ease off the load on these guys. Now we have to rush Saka back. Now we have to rush Martinelli back. And please, I don't know if these guys come back. Do you think that they should still keep Trossard as a centre forward, or should Martinelli go and play centre forward and then Trossard should play on the wing? Because I don't want to see Sterling in that attack. You know, then Saka can play on the right wing. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Please, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like the video. If you love the video, like the video, and then share the video. Also, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Bye bye for now. Enjoy your weekend.